Hello dear students, as you all know we have done chapter number 4. Yesterday we have done the last part of the chapter number 4. It was the ninth part. As I have told you that today we are going to do chapter 3. Actually one topic was left in confusion that I thought that this topic has been deleted from the CBSE but it is still there. So let us finish that topic and then after we'll start chapter number 5. What is that topic? The topic is heating effect of current. Heating effect of current. Basically, this topic is related to energy. Energy that a cell supply, energy that is dissipated across a resistor. What is the whole concept? Let me tell you. As we have done in the chapter number 3, that when a cell is connected across a resistance R, let us suppose the terminal potential difference of the cell or the EMF of the cell is V, then there is a current in the circuit and that current is I. What actually this cell does? Cell supplies energy to the charges. Cell supply energies to the charges, and what charge uses this energy to overcome resistance. What energy? How the charge use that energy? So charges use this energy to overcome resistance. So how much the cell supplies energy, that very energy is being used by the charges to overcome that resistance. Now we are coming to the how much cell supplies the energy. By definition of potential difference, we have suppose a charge is carried from a point, this point to this point. Let's say this is point A, this is point B. What is the potential difference between point A and B? It is given by work done upon charge. V is equal to work done to carry charge from A to B upon charge. So what is the work done here? Work done is equal to Q into V. This very work done is the work done by the cell. It is the work done by cell. Basically it is energy given to the charge Q. Energy given to the charge Q. Okay, so this is what the energy is. If someone asks what is the energy a cell supplies to a charge Q, then we say that energy given by cell, is equal to what? Q into V. If we denote this energy as E is equal to what? Q into V. What is the unit of this energy? Unit is joule itself. Is it clear? Energy given by cell is E is equal to Q into V. If this is the energy, then what is the power generated by the cell? Power generated by cell. P is equal to energy upon time. Energy upon time. The basic definition of power is that only. Let us put the value. Q upon V upon T. Q upon T is current. From here we can write P is equal to I into V. What is the power generated by the cell? What is the energy given by the cell in 1 second in unit time? So that energy is power generated by the cell and it is given by P is equal to I into V. What is I? I is the current supplied in the circuit. V is the EMF of the cell, or you can say terminal potential difference of the cell. Is it clear? So this is the energy supplied by the cell to overcome the external resistance. Here I am not talking the internal resistance. Internal resistance is also there. In that case, we have to consider internal also, if internal is there. Okay. Now, this is the energy given by the cell. What is the energy which is dissipated across R. Energy dissipated across capital R, E is equal to, how that energy is being calculated, how the energy can be calculated, let us see. Whatever amount of energy the cell is given, the same amount of energy is dissipated over here. The energy dissipated across R is given by V into I. For R we can write V is equal to IR. We can put over here, it was Q into I. Energy is Q into V. This is the energy dissipated across R. Now in place of Q, I can put I into T into V, or we can write VIT. This is the energy. How this in place of QIT has come? Current is equal to charge upon time. From here, charge is equal to current multiplied by time. So this is the energy dissipated across R. But if you place IR in place of V, then you are going to have I square RT. This is the energy dissipated across the resistance. In place of I, if you put V upon R, the energy dissipated will be V square by R into T. In ideal situation, whatever energy the cell is supplying, the whole energy is dissipated across R. What is the power dissipated across R? Power dissipated across capital R. What is that power? Power is equal to energy upon time. T will be cancelled. We are going to have V into I. We are going to have I square into R. We are going to have V square by R. All these formulas are for power. Okay. Now, according to the availability of variables, we'll use the equation. Like suppose this equation is used when the resistances are in series combination, because in series combination I remains constant. V square by R is used when the resistances are in parallel combination, because V remains constant in that situation. So this energy I square RT, this energy appears in the form of heat, and this is called heating effect of current. Whatever energy is being spent across R, being dissipated across R, that energy appears in the form of heat, and that is why it is called heating effect of current. This topic was left, actually missed. Okay, this topic was missed in the confusion. So this is how this topic is and how the questions are there from this topic. Let us see some questions. Formula you must remember: VIT I square RT V square R into T. When power is calculated, P is equal to VI I square R and V square by R. This formula you must know. Okay. Now let us solve some numericals based on heating effect. Here is a question. In the question, one circuit is given with two bulbs are there, B1 and B2. Power of one is 100 watt and it is rated as 200 volt. Power of second is 50 watt, it is rated 200 volt. Question is, what is the power dissipated across B1 and B2 in the given circuit? And the second question is, which bulb will glow brighter? What is the problem? That this bulb has power of 100 watt when it is connected to 200 voltage. This bulb has power of 50 watt when it is connected to 200 voltage. Then here they are combined in series combination, and when they are in series combination with a supply of 200 volt, then definitely they will not getting 200 volt each. Out of 200 it will get something and rest it will get something. Okay, what is being asked? How the what power they are dissipating in the circuit. So for the power, what we need to calculate? We need to calculate that what is the current going through this. The current, if we should know, then from current and the resistance of the bulb we can calculate the power. Okay. Now let us solve this question. Solution. What is the resistance of first bulb? R1. Formula I am going to use is P is equal to V square by R. From there R is equal to what? V square by P. What is that V square? 200 multiplied by 200. And what is that P? For the bulb B1, power is 100 watt. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 will be cancelled. It will become 400 ohm. Right? And what is the resistance of second bulb? V square upon P. P1, P2. 200 multiplied by 200 upon 50. 10 will be cancelled. 5 4s are 20. It will become 800 ohm. Okay. What is the net resistance? R equivalent will be 400 ohm plus 800 ohm is equal to 1200 ohm. This is the total resistance. Total voltage is supplied is 200 volt. What is the current in the circuit? V upon R equivalent. It will become 200 upon 1200. 0, 0, 0, 0 will be cancelled. 2, 6 are 12. 1 by 6 ampere. Okay. Now the question is, what is the power dissipated across the bulb B1 and B2? Power dissipated in the circuit. Power dissipated in the circuit is for the first one, P1 dash is equal to I square into R1. What is I square? It is 1 upon 36. What is R1? R1 is 400. If we cut down them, it will become 100 upon 9. Okay? Watt. This is the power dissipated across the first bulb. And the second bulb is P2 dash I square R2. Why I am using I square R2? Because they are in series combination. And in series combination, what happens? Current remains the same. Value of I square is 1 upon 36 and value of R2 is 800. When we cut them, what we are going to have? 4 2 is 8, 200 upon 9. Okay? Watt. If it is being asked what is the net power dissipated in the circuit, you can simply add them. 209 plus 100 by 9, 300 by 9. Okay, it will be 100 by 3 watt. If net is being asked, but net is not being asked, what is being asked? Power dissipated across B1 and B2. This is the power dissipated across B1, this is power dissipated across B2. Second question is, which bulb will glow brighter? Remember that brightness of a bulb in a circuit is directly proportional to power dissipated. Power dissipated. Which bulb has higher power? Obviously the second one. So in this case, the second bulb will glow brighter. The second bulb will glow brighter. If the same question has been asked in the parallel combination, instead of I, then I would have solved it with V, because V remains constant. So instead of using I square R, I would have used the formula P is equal to V square upon R. Right? Because in parallel combination, voltage remains constant. Okay? Let us do some more questions. This is the next question. One circuit has been given. 4 ohm, 2 ohm, 3 ohm. Question is, the rate of heat dissipation in 4 ohm resistance is 100 joule per second. Then what is the heat dissipation in 3 ohm in 3 seconds? Okay? In 3 seconds it is being asked. Is it clear? how we are going to solve it? Let us see. Suppose at this junction this current divides. In the first branch, let the current be I1. Let here be the current I2. This branch 4 ohm and 2 ohm and this branch 3 ohm, they are in parallel combination. Voltage across the combination of 4 and 2 and 3 remains constant. Okay, because they are in parallel combination. Rate of heat dissipation is basically power. You need to understand these words. Okay, rate of heat dissipation, rate of energy dissipation, energy dissipated per second, power, all these are same. Okay, rate of heat dissipation in 4 ohm resistance is 100 joule per second. Basically, it is the power dissipated across 4 ohm is 100 joule per second. If I say this is R1, this is R2, and this is R3, power of R1 is given. And what is the value of power? P is equal to I square into R. Power is given 100, I square we don't know, R1 is given 4 ohm, I square comes out to be 25, from here I comes out to be 5 ampere. This 5 ampere passes through 2 ohm also. If I say this is the point A and this is the point B, then what is the potential difference between point A and B? The potential difference between points A and B. The potential difference between points A and B. It will be equal to V is equal to current is 5 ampere and what is the resistance of the upper branch? It is 4 plus 2. 4 ohm plus 2 ohm. It will be 4 plus 2, it will be 6. 5 is what? 30. 30 volt. And since the upper branch and the lower branch, they are parallel to each other, then definitely 30 volt will be the voltage across 3 ohm resistance also. Then power dissipated across 3 ohm resistance is, suppose it is P3, it will be V square by R3. What is V square? 30. Multiply by 30 upon R3. What is R? It is 3. It will be cutting it. So we are going to have 10. It will be 300 joule per second. This is power. But what is being asked? In 3 seconds. Energy dissipated will be E is equal to, in 1 second the energy is 300 joule. What is there in the 3 seconds? It will be 900 joule. That's it. So this is how these questions are being solved. Okay, these are not very difficult questions. You need to understand the language of the question. If you are able to understand the language, the questions are not that difficult. Okay, the questions are not that difficult, they are very easy. Is it clear? Okay, let us do one more. Okay, this is your next question and last question for the day. Question is, a parallel combination of two cells has been given. Both the cells are identical. Their EMF is E, their internal resistance is R. This parallel combination is connected across a external resistance capital R. This is the circuit which has been given. Question is, for what value of capital R the power dissipated in capital R is maximum, and what will be this power? What will be this power, and what is the value of capital R so that the power dissipated across R itself is maximum? Okay, this is being asked. Okay, let us solve. First of all, try to derive the expression for the power. Then after we will see then in which condition it will become maximum. What will be the EMF of the circuit? Net EMF. Since they are connected in parallel, therefore net EMF will be E itself. Both are in parallel. Parallel combination of cell we have done already. Now, what is the net equivalent resistance, net internal resistance, net internal resistance? What it will be? It will be 1 by R. 1 upon R equivalent is equal to 1 by R plus 1 by R. It becomes 2 by R. When we solve it, it becomes R by 2. This is what? This is net internal resistance, right? This is net internal resistance. Okay. What is the net resistance of the circuit? Net resistance of the circuit. R equivalent is equal to what? To capital R plus small r by 2. This resistance will be in the series combination of this resistance. So R equivalent will be what? Capital R plus R by 2. Now we have net EMF. We have net resistance. Then we can find the current. Suppose the current is flowing through the circuit is capital I. Net current will be I is equal to net EMF is E upon R by 2 plus capital R, or it can be written as 2E upon a small r plus 2R. This is the value of net current, right? Current flowing through the circuit. Now if you know the current, and if I want to know the power, then what are the ways I have? This current is passing through capital R. Then power dissipated across R will be capital R will be P is equal to I square into R. P is equal to I square into R. Okay. Let us put the value and let us solve it. What we are going to have? We are going to have P is equal to 2E upon R plus 2R whole square into capital R. Okay? 2E upon R plus 2R whole square into capital R. Is it clear? Now, if we solve this, what we are going to have? We are going to have P is equal to 4E square upon R plus 2R whole square into, this is the value of power. Okay, this is the value of power dissipated across R. Now the question is, when this power is maximum, power will be maximum when this denominator will be minimum. And for finding the condition of denominator minimum, I am changing the denominator a bit. Okay, a simple mathematical arrangement you can say, and just see how it can be changed. This R plus 2R whole square can be written as R minus 2R whole square plus 8R into smaller. Can it be written as? Can we write like this? Okay, can we write like this? Let me explain this how it has happened. This can be written as R square plus 4R square plus 2 2s of 4 R capital R. Okay. Now, if I want to make it R minus 2R whole square, then R square plus 4R square will be required, but minus 4RR is required. Plus 4RR is already there. Minus 4RR I have written. So for compensating it, let me write it 8R capital R. If you solve this, you are going to have this. Okay. Then it can be written as R minus 2R whole square plus 8R capital R. So this r plus 2r whole square can be represented as this. In this, now power will be equal to 4e square upon, we can write r minus 2r whole square plus 8 small r capital R into capital R. Okay, this is right. Now for P to be maximum, this denominator has to be minimum. R minus 2 capital R whole square should be minimum, and its minimum value is what? 0, because it is whole square. The whole square minimum value is 0. So if it is 0, then definitely R will be equal to what? 2 capital R, or R is equal to what? A small r by 2. When the external resistance is equal to the internal resistance, then the current in the circuit is maximum, and then power is also maximum. So this is the value of capital R for which power in the circuit is maximum. And what is that maximum value? What is that maximum value? Put it over here. This bracket will become 0. P max will be equal to 4 e square into r upon 8 rr. This capital R will be cancelled. 4 will cut 8 2 times. We are going to have P max is equal to what? E square by 2 small r. This is the maximum power in the circuit. Okay, this is the maximum power in the circuit, and for this value of capital R, the power dissipated across capital R is maximum. Okay, so this was the topic which was left, which was skipped, missed rather I should say. It was missed in chapter number 3. Okay, so now till the chapter number 4 we have completed. Chapter number 5 will be starting from tomorrow. Okay, this is all for the day. Thank you.